Amazing audience, we are live with Rae Lietzau. Did I do that correctly?
Lietzau.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Yeah, Lietzau.
Okay.
I know it feels though, like when I guess it with Angel Jones, right? So that's why I'm
It's
like,
Jonas.
Jones, yeah. Thanks for doing that. We're even now, yeah?
We're even. Tit for tat.
Well, Rae, please do tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history right now?
I am always a connector and have found a connection of yours, and yours found the connection of mine.
Yeah, it's funny, right? How that works, right?
Oh, yeah. Such a small world.
I'm all the way from Trinidad, and
It's
like
amazing.
Eric has done this thing where he's connected us, yeah? So who did you learn that skill from, that skill to like be the connector?
I would say my mom. She's always been the type of person that knows everyone and ends up with everyone knowing each other.
And the food part, like we were talking earlier on with what you're doing with the food and connecting cultures, like where did you get that idea from?
It's actually from college. So doo-wop is not just food, but every 2 weeks we've been doing these international dinners to get people outside of their comfort zone and to meet people and do
Well,
cooking.
she said doo-wop before me, right? So I didn't go there just yet, but
Oh.
she just did, right? But so the food is something different, right? So tell us about doo-wop.
So the food is a
first.
piece of it.
Yeah.
So doo-wop is do with other people. But it sounds like we're going to get into that. So
Yeah,
the food part
Alright, cool.
is actually from university. I used to run international cultural dinners. I studied in Hong Kong, and they asked me to show up at the table and speak in English about American culture. And I started teaching English in a few different countries. And so when I brought it back home, I wanted to bring that to Americans as well. I found that that's a great way to connect with people when everyone's a little bit uncomfortable and they're just learning something new.
It's such a great idea, though, but it still speaks immensely about who you are, right? In terms of your giving, like who did you learn that from, like giving? Because we even spoke about the stipend that you give people to be able to get the food, right?
Right.
The ingredients, right? So you're just talking about giving,
yeah.
Where did you get that from?
I've had a great community growing up with lots of international friends, a lot of people who were willing to show me inside their homes and inside their lives without asking for anything in return.
Yeah,
So.
that's great. So tell us about doo-wop.
So doo-wop is do with other people.
Right.
These are activities of whatever you love to do that you can share with other people. And we say we don't judge what you want to do. If it's educational, if it's recreational, it doesn't matter. As long as someone can do with you, so do with other people, then you can actually get paid to share that experience. And so that's why we get things like flip upside down in a plane, just very fun. Things that are very casual that don't require skills. No offense to our s'mores maker, but bonfires, s'mores.
What's s'mores?
Oh, you can't leave America without having s'mores. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is cultural dinner. It's marshmallows on a campfire. We do them on the beach, and we add peanut butter and other secret ingredients. I leave that up to our s'mores person on doo-wop. But it's chocolate, graham cracker. It's American classic.
Okay.
Yes, September 22nd is our next one on the beach.
Sweet,
Should be very
sweet.
fun. You have to come back to San Diego.
Yeah.
And then you get some that are really educational, and so you'll learn a language. So we have, right now you can do a Tijuana tour in Spanish and kind of learn, get
You
some
keep
of the
saying
language.
things that I don't know about, though, like in my audience possibly. What is a Tijuana one?
Tijuana,
Tell me,
in
what's
Mexico,
that?
the city in
Right.
Mexico. So you do a
Okay, it's a
tour of the
place.
city. It's a place.
Okay.
It's right south of San
Wow.
Diego. Yeah, I
I've
see a
learned
lot of
million
reasons to
things
come
here.
back.
like in 2 minutes. All right, so you're doing all of this, right?
Yeah, so the idea is that other
Go ahead.
people do these, and we just connect them with the people who want to do it too.
So what's the business model in this? Like, how does it work?
It's structured exactly like eBay. We want to make it as intuitive to sell your time as it is to sell your things. So you can go on and you say, this is what I'm selling, an hour with me doing this. This is how much money I want to make, and then we add a cut on top, just like eBay.
Wow.
So yeah.
So this is more tourist. Like I'm a tourist. I go online. I see, hey, I want to flip in a plane, right? I could just buy that off of of doo-wop, right?
You could just buy it. And it's funny, a lot of our competitors are in the travel space. And my heart has always been with travel. I love meeting other people, going to other countries. But we are not a travel company. We're built on local community. And the idea is that you connect locally and make relationships around you.
So does doo-wop Trinidad look, or is it doo-wop San Diego? Like
Yes.
Is that how doo-wop San Diego is what it is?
So doo-wop is in San Diego right now. And as we branch off, there's a doo-wop SD, There's a doo-wop Trinidad in the future, I'm sure.
I love it. Wow.
Yes, local
That's
communities.
a great idea.
Thank you.
So this all came from that one dinner at China? Is that
That was
inspired
the
of
dinner
it?
piece.
Okay.
I think the inspiration really has been my whole life. I've always been a connector, and the times I'm happiest, I don't have to be at that activity. I just want to make people meet and do things that they wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me so happy. That's what keeps me going every day.
That's amazing. So where can I go? Where do I go? How do
Doo-wop.com.
Doo-wop.com.
DOWHOP.com.
Woo, I love this idea. I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, doo-wop.com. That is great. My mind is ticking so fast I can't continue my
Perfect.
conversation.
You have such a good energy.
I appreciate it. What's one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
3 years with doo-wop or just personally?
Yeah, outside of doo-wop.
I have tried to be very intentional about, and maybe it sounds silly, but failing at something every day. So for at least 3 years, probably more, I pick something that I'm not good at and I know I won't succeed that day, and I just try it a little bit and then I go again. Right now it's social media. I'm not good at social media, and before I hire somebody, I want to kind of go through the irks of not being very good at it and just kind of understand.
How does that make you feel? Like, I mean, going up against what they call failure so often?
It's like a numbing agent that comes in eventually, and you get better at it. I think it takes practice to be uncomfortable, and I think that's a positive thing. So it's not as hard today as it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's great. Why would you suggest someone that's listening do that? Like, be that person who goes up against failure so often?
I think so often we get a different mindset on what happens if you fail. And what I've found with most of the small, bite-sized things that I'm working on, you're really just progressing yourself. And if you do badly, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like learning that it doesn't hurt that bad when you kind of fall on your face and you pick up, you're so much better next time. So what would I say? Yeah, just do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. Just do something.
Let's do something. That's what I would say. Let's do something.
Yeah. That's good. That's good because you're walking the talk of your business model, which is core of who you are, I think, and that's very good. Wow. So, all right. Well, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water. Oh, wow. What is your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory? Wow. I went to Yochin in Japan. I was in kindergarten. I was the only, platinum blonde girl that kind of didn't belong. And I remember staying up during nap time, hiding behind the curtains with Japanese kids. Didn't speak their language, they didn't speak mine, but we hid behind the curtains so no one would catch us awake, and then we would sing songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how are you singing their songs and you don't even understand their language?
I remember some of it, but I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Which is probably incorrect. Don't quote me on that.
So how old were you then?
4 or 5, I think.
Why do you think that memory is so clear?
Ooh, I haven't thought of these before. It was fun. It was personal. It was outside the norm. I like meeting people. I like doing things. I guess that's why.
Yeah. Can you connect it? Can you connect that memory to who you are today?
For sure. It's a little bit easy when your company is doing fun things. Yes, I was doing fun things. Therefore, it connects.
That's amazing, though.
That's good. Yeah.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Please.
I love the idea of being behind the curtains, right? Which provides like a protection. It means that we are no longer identified as platinum here, or it's like we're behind the curtain, right? So it's no longer a thing, right? But the cultures, like how you were mixing with cultures and experiencing what they're doing to what you're doing now, right? What is fascinating too is like right now we are behind the curtains of the other side.
It's connected, and it's the blue Caribbean.
That is amazing.
Don't you wish you were here?
Yeah, you better. That's amazing. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song? Wow, these are difficult questions in 12 minutes. My favorite song at 12 years old. Let's see. It's always difficult to figure out where I was living at that time. I think I was in Northern Virginia, and I want to say McDonald's had those Happy Meal toys where you could plug in not a real CD, and it would have been Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually like the song. I just felt so cool.
What song
being
from
able
Backstreet
to.
Boys? Is it Everybody by chance? No?
I don't even know the name. I'm sorry. Cool. Sure, it's Everybody. Yes, it connects.
It's just the girl that was in here before, like that was her earliest childhood song. That was her song at 12, So I was just like, is it Everybody? But it's funny though, those I've interviewed, when they say Backstreet Boys, it's always challenging to remember the name of the song. Practically everyone that said Backstreet Boys.
I'm wondering if it was 12 or younger too.
Yeah.
This is not something I've thought about.
Yeah, it's cool, it happens.
Great combos.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no. Yeah?
Oh,
Are you ready for this? Yeah?
Yes.
Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
That is work, that is life. Maybe 14, 15.
All right, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents, I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, but I'll do Rae, right?
Rae,
right?
A statement that represents Rae. Am I allowed to quote someone else, or it's supposed to be mine?
You could do anything.
Okay, I'm going Helen Keller on this one. One cannot consent to creep when one feels the impulse to soar. I love that.
I love it. Oh, beautiful. This has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I want to introduce you to the director of Doo-Wop Trinidad. It's going to be coming soon.
Where do I sign? I love it.
Engel Jones.
Rae Lietzau.
Yes, you got it. Perfect.
Wonderful. Well, Rae, this has been a great pleasure. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Engel Jones. Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Boom. Did you have fun?
Oh, so much fun.
High five.
I love what you're doing.
Love it. Thank you.